Okay, so I got about half of an onion. There was, I had to peel off some parts. It was kind of old, but it looks okay. I've got 7 of the little portobellos and 2 cloves of garlic, 1 package of the chicken, and I might not use all of that. And then I also had some artichoke hearts, and they're just frozen. They're not seasoned or anything like that. And I'm going to put that in, and then 1 can of the stewed tomatoes, the marinara. So I've got the rice cooking, and it's going to take about another half an hour. So I have put about 2 tablespoons of oil into the green beans. I'm going to just prep these because then they'll cook really quick. They're so little French beans. And I'll show you how I make that in just 1 second. Okay, so I've got like 2 tablespoons of the oil in here, and it's really just enough to kind of coat everything. And I'm going to have a quick shake of garlic salt. And I'm going to also put in a little tarragon. I really like tarragon because it gives it a little sweet flavor. It smells like licorice, but it doesn't really taste like that. I'm going to use in the pasta. I've got an Italian grinder. But the only other thing I'm going to put in here is some salt. That one grinds really hard, and so it comes out quick. And pepper. And just stir that up. So everything's just kind of coated really lightly with some seasoning. I don't want to overpower it. So, as you can see, it looks really good. And these will maybe take like 5 minutes. So that'll be the last thing that I'll put in right before I'm about ready to serve. Okay, so I've got the onions and garlic and mushrooms all in the pan, and I just put about 2 tablespoons of oil in there. So it's not very much, it'll just be enough to kind of coat everything. And then I'm just going to cook this down until it's all steamed and the onions are what they call sweaty. It's basically translucent. I'm just going to put a little salt and some pepper. And I'm going to put some of the Italian seasoning in now just so it'll get cooked up into the onions and add just a little extra kick. And then I'm putting in a little Mrs. Dash. I'm basically this is going to be a base, and I want to make sure that it's going to have enough flavor. And I'm going to be then adding the chicken to this, and I want the onions and the mushrooms and the garlic to season the chicken, because I didn't cook the chicken, and it's just basically without any seasoning. So I've added now a little bit of garlic salt on top. So I've added a lot of seasoning to this, and I'm just going to stir it up and make sure that everything's coated. And I'm going to turn the heat down just a tad because I don't want it to cook too fast. My rice hasn't popped yet, so I'm going to turn it to just like a medium. I just want to get the pan hot. I'm going to let these cook down, and then I will be back. I decided that I also want to add artichokes to this dinner. And I've got these are frozen, but they're pretty large. So there's about two cups of full, that's quartered artichoke hearts, but I want them smaller than that. So I'm going to cut them down like this so that they are smaller pieces, and that way it'll make more in the dinner. So I just wanted to show you that. Okay, I used, that's about a pound of the chicken, so I have about half the package, and I have turned the heat back on with the onions. My rice cooker just beeped, and I put it on like 2 hours ago, so it's ridiculous. I'm just going to put the chicken in there. I'm going to start letting it heat through. I'm going to add the can of stewed tomatoes. And I'm going to stir this up a little bit. Get everything incorporated. And, you know, because I seasoned the onions and the mushrooms earlier, that really gives me enough seasoning. The only thing I think I'm going to add is just a little bit more of the Italian seasoning in there. And this doesn't come out very quick, so I'm going to get it quite easy. And let's stir that in there. And so now I'm going to put in the jar, the sauce. And what I do to get all the rest of that out is I add about 1/4 of a cup of water, shake it up, and then pour it back in there. So I'll do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I put the water in there, shook it up, so I get everything out of the jar. And then I'm going to stir this up. Mix everything up really good. And then I'm going to put a lid on it and just let it simmer. First I'm going to boil it, and then I'll put a lid on it and let it simmer for a while. Okay, so I've let this set for a little bit. It looks really yummy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add the 2 cups of artichoke, just frozen, and they were cut, you know, bite-sized pieces. Get it all in there, and then I'm just going to stir it in really well. Doesn't that look good? And I'm going to put this over the brown rice that I made. Put a little Parmesan on top. But first I'm going to let it set and on my temperature's on 3. I'm just going to let it set for about 10 more minutes. And I'm going to set my oven to 350. And then remember the green beans? Yummy! Okay, I set my table, and I just wanted you guys to see how pretty it looks with the Fiesta ware on there. I love the picture. Isn't it pretty? Red's my favorite color, as I've said before. You can kind of tell. But we're going to sit down here for dinner and have our salads first, and then I'll show you the finished plate of the chicken parmigiana, or chicken marinara, however you want to say it. Okay, here it is finished. My family's already dug into it pretty good. So I'm just going to take a scoop out of it. So that's about not even a cup. And I'm going to put it on top of brown rice.
Yum.
And then
now with this one, Marcus, make sure
the green beans are done. Right here.
Mom, you're a good cook.
Thank you, honey. And I'm just
Can you
gonna
believe
grab...
healthy food like this is this good?
I know.
Oh, see, I gotta
It's amazing.
give them some props.
Comes up with
Aren't they
something.
nice? So there you go. That's finished product.
That's good. And
Easy
that's
one.
I hope you like it.
Don't do that.
Bye. What do you think, Marcus? Is that yummy?
Yeah.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, and you like the green beans? Is it good, Caitlin?
I mixed it up on my plate.
Marcus,
Thumbs
you
up
give it a
dinner.
thumbs up? Can you stop eating and give it a thumbs up?
Thumbs up dinner.
Oh yeah, there you go.